Alright, welcome everyone to Berserk. It is currently late at night and I am very tired and very sleepy. So hopefully Guts beating the shit out of Griffith is going to keep me awake. I pretty much know, if memory recalls, what I'm about to read in these next couple of chapters, and I think I know when I'm going to end this part specifically. So, without any further ado, let us continue on with the next chapter in Berserk. One snowy night, Griffith arrives, Guts by his side, smiling. Griffith? Everybody smiles. Casca being the first to leap forward, everybody's happy. Look at all of these. But of course, Guts keeping his cool just behind Griffith. Love that pose of him just, like, yeah. You all thought he's dead. Griffith seems surprised as Casca leaps forward and hugs him. Griff, I must have really worried you, Casca. It was terrible. Casca hasn't been herself ever since you fainted, Griffith. Sorry. This dress looks good on you. These reactions, man. Pippin's like, and off he goes. Several days later, the Queen's royal funeral was held in a splendid yet solemn manner. The enigmatic deaths of the Queen and the conservative ministers, along with the attempted assassination of Count Griffith on the same night, fell into the realm of whispered rumor. It was said that it had been the work of a Cheddar hardliner. I'm gonna read that again. It was said that it had been the work of Cheddar hardliners, or possibly an assassin from a third country, seeking to obstruct the Midland-Cheddar Armistice Agreement. The following day, the remains of several individuals thought possibly to be connected to the incidents were discovered outside Windham Castle, but not enough clues were ever found to explain the facts of the situation. The truth vanished into darkness. 1 month later, and the snow falls one snowy night, and Guts packing his things, ready to go. His breastplate, the broken sword, closes the door, cuts to Casca. It's snowing. Who's out this late? Guts? She runs. So hey, this chick was a work of art. Oh. Casca, where you headed so late? Nice outfit. What's the rush? Bathroom, probably. It's cold after all. Guts! Here's the panel that we saw like a couple of chapters ago. Guts. Are you leaving? Is that it? No response. Wait a minute. I was on bad terms with you for a long time. Yes, you were. But we're comrades who've braved death together. All the trouble the Band of the Hawk has gone through is starting to pay off. It all starts here, right? Knowing that, at a time like this, I've already made up my mind about it. But I can't. I can't remain buried in his dream like, wow, that is a beautiful line. I love that. I love that a lot. I cannot remain buried in his dream like this. Circling back to the two's conversation in Campfire of Dreams, right? Where I do talk about like how, yeah, where do you belong, Guts? Like, what dream do you have? You're just following the dream of other people, but what do you dream of? What is your dream? What is your personal objective? But I hope things go well with you and Griffith. The conflict within Casca. She's unsure. Obviously, she still feels more towards Griffith, but she does feel a lot of admiration and a sense of not romantic love, not yet at least, but she does love Guts in a way, right? Especially again, as she says, what they've been through. It's quite a lot. They've made quite a team. They are, yeah. Hey, Corcus, Judo, come talk with us a while. Yeah, have the boy talk, right? Poor Casca left all alone though. Griffith might keep him from leaving. Ooh. Oh. Casca's. Oh. Sorry if I peeked the mic there. Okay. Once again, I do remember Guts fighting Griffith atop the hill. I didn't remember, or this was information that wasn't given to me, or at least I don't know. I didn't realize that Casca was the one who brought Griffith into all of this. She was the one who pushed Griffith to, hey, keep Guts here. This is what she wanted. Obviously, Griffith wants Guts to stay with him as well. Don't get me wrong, duh. It's Griffith. Like, you are now mine. But if Casca had not done this, if Casca had not went to Griffith and talked him into persuading Guts again, then they wouldn't have ever had that fight on the hill that is about to happen. Hey, look at him. It's the Hawk Commanders. Hey, fellas. Give it a rest for now, Corcus. But why, though? I mean, now, all of a sudden. It ain't sudden. I decided before our last dispatch that he did. Are you dissatisfied or something? Dissatisfied? I've got no reason to be. The Hawks are different from regular bands. They gave me a wandering mercenary who knew only how to fight, my first taste of camaraderie. That's not something the old you would have said. These 3 years really have been fun. Feels like it's been a big festival or something all this time. No way I'm dissatisfied. Corcus, please. Then why in the world? Corcus, do you mind? I'm Sir Corcus, unit commander in the band of the Hawk. What is wrong with me trying to my hand at a girl or two in a bar? Somehow I kind of imagine Corcus would have this pompous attitude when he's like this. Like, obviously Corcus is a lot more, like I don't want to say barbaric in tone, but he's more of a ruffian, right? He's more of a ruffian. But I would imagine that after, getting the high praise, being in the ballroom, and especially now being like knighted and whatever, or almost getting knighted, and it's like, yeah, I feel like he would probably act a bit more pompous on it. Any bar or inn in town, you say you're a hawk commander at any shop in Windham, and it's a free ride. If you walk down the street, kids and women swarm you, and no wonder we're the heroes of the kingdom. To top it off, we're gonna be joining the nobles pretty soon. Then it's smooth sailing living in the court. So long to those musty barracks. If things go well, we could be castle lords. Guts is not happy. Well, it's not really Guts' dream to be lords, is it? Normally, we could never have gotten any of this. Commoners like us couldn't even dream of it. But we got it. Can't tell you how many bloodstained memories I have of enemy swords nearly taking my head off with one foot planted in the grave. We finally made it. And you want to go and throw all that away? Just like you were throwing off old clothes. You are unbelievably thick. What are you, screwed in the head? Corcus. A guy like you only knows how to kill people, wouldn't be able to dance with ladies at parties anyway, right? You can swing a sword, but you can't swing a woman, huh? It's like you said. I can't do anything but swing my sword. When I first killed a man, I was a kid who still didn't know right from left. I haven't learned anything off the battlefield since then, and I haven't tried to learn. Killing to survive, there was nothing else I could do that was everything. But it was alright. If one person, anyone, had looked my way. Thoughts of Gambino. But wandering the battlefields made me realize that wouldn't do me any good in trying to survive. It was just something of a childish complaint. Even so, incidentally, I found someone I really wanted to have a look at me. He didn't have anything, yet he was trying to take hold of everything. No, something about him made you think it could happen. But in order for him to aim so high, he has to always hone himself to the very limit. Oh, we got that shot again. That's why there's no room at his side for the weak. Okay, so Guts thinks himself is weak. Guts thinks that he is not worthy of Griffith. Guts thinks that he is not as an equal to Griffith. Guts thinks that he could not be a friend to Griffith because when it comes to Griffith, a friend is someone who can be as an equal. But strangely, the more clear that becomes, the more dazzling he is in my eyes. And I've had enough looking at him from inside his dream. Really good lines as well. I've had enough looking at him from inside his dream. It's time for me to get out, right? Time for me to get out of the shadow. It's time for me to no longer be his shadow and be my own person, but how could that be possible when you are his shadow? Griffith has control over you. Griffith owns you. So how do you challenge that? I mean, it's pretty obvious. You challenge that by beating the shit out of him. But more like, by doing so, of course, it's going to challenge Griffith's own dream and his own ideologies and his own desires, and that will make the rift, right? The rift in their relationship. How could you, say Griffith? How could you think of this? How could you leave by my side? You are my sword and shield. You are my guts. I owned you. How could you leave? I want to stand beside him by attaining something of my own. He's the only one I cannot stand looking down on me. There it is. He is the only one Guts cannot stand looking down. Fuck. And he feels this way because he does admire Griffith, because he does think of him as a friend, or at least he wants to be his friend, right? He wants to stand beside him. He wants to be his friend. And it frustrates him because Griffith does not see him as a friend. It pisses him off. Pisses Guts off, I mean. Yeah. I want to stand beside him by attaining something of my own. He is the only one I cannot stand looking down on me. The Morning Departure, Chapter 1. Stan? Beside Griffith? Hang on. Okay. You can't be serious. That's something a kid would say. I am serious. You see that face? I am deadly serious. Don't you get it? He's special. He's different from us. All you know how to do is kill. And you're captain of the Hawks Raiders, a position you don't... Okay, Corcus, calm down. All that's possible because you met Griffith. He's not wrong, though. I did say calm down, but he is not wrong. Guts rose in rank, I mean, due to his strength and his prowess, but also because of how close he is to Griffith, right? Griffith trusts Guts a lot to the point where he names him as Captain of the Hawk, right? Of the Hawks Raiders, not Commander. Commander goes to Casca. I'm not interested in stuff like class or rank. What I want is something else. Something I can win for myself. Corcus stands up, slams the table. That's why you sound like a brat. Everybody looks at them. Music stops. Something you can win for yourself? Ha! If something like that were easy to find, no one would ever have to suffer. Even if you're lucky enough to find it, only a small handful of people get to be winners. Normal people use their own strength and talents to come to terms with their real lives and make do the best they can. Normal people use their own strength and talents to come to terms with their real lives and make do the best they can. That's a realistic take on it. As in, yeah, that is what normal people would do normally, but I personally would disagree. I feel like if you just regress to, okay, I cannot do this, then I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do something else. I feel like you, and I don't know, that feels kind of depressing. Like, push on, man. A lot of successful people became successful because they push on over the hurdles that they thought they could never overcome. A lot of people. Some people will probably, like, even the most basic stuff nowadays, like, let's say, you want to be a YouTuber, for example. You start small. I'm not talking about myself because I'm still small right now, but other people, right? They start small and then they grow, and after years and years and years and years, they don't stop, right? Even when a lot of people are saying, no, dude, you should stop, go look at something else. It's not worth it. You're not growing. Just don't waste your time on this. Go do something else, something more productive, like as how a lot of people will say to you, right? When you're doing something that seems unproductive, but you really want to do this thing. Sometimes hard work pays off. Sometimes, eventually, at the end of the day, you do get that satisfaction. You do eventually get what you want. You do eventually grow. and it takes different time for different people, right? Some people will have an overnight success. Some people will take 10 years until they became a successful person, right? But that's the beauty of pushing on and believing in your own capabilities and knowing that you can do better. Saying that normal people use their own strength and talents to come to terms with their real lives feels more like this is my level cap and I cannot progress further. So I'm just going to stay here. And I don't like that type of attitude. Push forward. Level up your human character, you know. There's plenty out there who say all you need is a dream. Oh shit. You're being called out here. Oh shit. There's plenty out there who say all you need is a dream. It makes me sick to look at assholes like that. What the fuck is wrong with that? But Corcus, once again, Corcus is being a realist. Like, hey man, obviously you cannot do that, so stop doing that. You know, Corcus is that type of person. And I've known those types of person IRL. Like, yeah, a lot of people do act this way. And they're not in, and their approach isn't from a place of malice. No, it's more of a place of concern, right? They don't want to see other people waste their time and effort because they think that they know the capabilities of other people. That's why they say, hey man, give up on your dreams. Go work on something else, please. All you need is a dream, huh? That's something weaklings who can't face the truth say. An unrealized dreams, just a load of crap, straight out of the horse's ass. Corcus. You mean you don't have something like that? Ooh, 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 ooh. He got you there. He got you there. He got the Uno reverse. Okay, what about you? Hell with this. Judo, I'm done for the night. Oh yeah, can't answer that because obviously he does. So, because if he does answer that, then it makes him a hypocrite. So he left. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to engage in this conversation anymore. I can't stand to hang with the big baby anymore. Yeah, exactly. Commander, your bill. Put it on my tab. In spite of all of that, he used to lead a band of thieves. Well, it was only about 10 men, and times were tough. They crossed the band of the Hawk, and sure enough, got put in their place. Ever since then, he's been one of us. Well, no big deal. Maybe there was something he too wanted to win for himself. Man, Corcus, that dude is just... I mean, yeah, that's a beggar, but like, you have money now, Corcus. Don't act like that. You used to be a thief. Fuck me, Corcus. Shit. I don't hate his character, but this is a very stereotypical character of like somebody who used to be part of the poor, you know, and then obviously they became a thief because you became a thief because you don't have anything, right? Because you don't have enough. That's why you steal. And then they became rich through actual good deeds. Good deeds. In this case, the act of helping the nation win the war. And now he gets all of this royalty feeling and it's all over him. And now somebody's like, spare some coin, mister, spare some change. And he's like, silence, commoner, peasant. As for me, I've always been a jack of all trades. I'm better than average with swords and knives, and without boasting, I have a pretty quick wit too. But I've never been the best at anything. That's why I decided if I couldn't be the best, I fly in the wake of the one who seems the best. There's nobody who never wanted something. Don't get me wrong though, I'm pretty happy with things and my own situation. Got a smile from Guts. Well, from one's perspective, that's not all true. To sacrifice your status as captain of the raiders and the promise of peerage and knighthood dangling before your eyes, all for some vague thing. I wonder if something's wrong. But maybe there's something wrong with all men. Dreams. Win or lose, I'm sure you could spend your whole life chasing one. And then a shot of Guts and the light from the tavern or whatever this place is, mimicking the lights that we saw in the Campfire of Dreams, which mimics the lights of the stars, right? Each light is its own individual dream of someone. That day, 3 years ago, I said you'd find a place to belong here. Guess I was wrong. See you off then. I hope you find it. You're something. That was a good talk. That was a really good talk between Judo, Guts, and a bit of Corcus. It's like they're seeing, Guts is being presented by the two sides, right? The side that is a realist, with Corcus going, bah, dreams. Come on, be more realistic here. Like, what do you, like, come on. And then, of course, we have Judo, who is the guy who's like, hope you find happiness and peace, and you get to do your, hope you reach your dream or whatever. I hope all the best and wish you good luck. And off they go. Hey, I do want to ask you one thing. What's up with you and Casca? Yeah, what's up with that? What is that supposed to mean? They're in the denial stage where a lot of the other characters in the story pretty much know that there's something going on between the two of them. Like, there's definitely something going on here. I sense some chemistry between the two of them. But the two characters are like, what are you talking about? Like, being with him? Baka. They're in the tsundere phase where they are denying it. After denial comes acceptance, where they do fuck. but that's gonna happen much, much, much later. What's up with you and Casca? What's that supposed to mean? Ever since you two fell off that cliff, it's like you've gotten a lot closer. You really think so? Well, a lot's happened with her. Judo's face like, what's that look for? Why not try your luck with her? Ooh, Judo already pushing Guts. It's like, hey man, I know that you, there's, I sense some chemistry. I told you. Why don't you try it out? Like mix the two chemicals together. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be a chain reaction and it's going to actually mix perfectly well. Give it a shot, right? If it fails, then it's just going to explode. But, such is life. Hold up. That was random. What made you say that? Every old dog in the hog knows that she and Griffith, Casca, can't be with Griffith. Interesting. Judo knows something about Griffith that we do not. Or he knows something between Casca and Griffith's relationship that we don't, I think. Because right now we're mostly dealing with speculation and our own character analysis of the two characters. Well, for me, it's mostly knowing what's going to happen in the future, but that's kind of cheating, right? Because that's like knowing what happens instead of figuring it all out as the story goes along. So, she, Casca, cannot be with Griffith, chances are. Huh? Like you said, Griffith rose up from having nothing to be a top general of Midland. That's practically a miracle. Ordinarily, you'd throw your hands up and celebrate without hoping for anything more. But he won't stop. The goal he pursues is one of a kind. In that case, even Griffith won't have any opportunities to shine militarily. They say the kingdom probably won't see war for some time. His chances for promotion will be slim. Even if he's a general, he's still a soldier after all. There's nothing beyond that. He'll need a trump card for one last push. Love this reaction from Guts. Judo is, of course, talking about Griffith needing to marry a noble, right? A noble woman, a princess, Charlotte, who is the most likeliest of candidates, and also because I know what's gonna happen to her, but yeah, okay, that is a factor that I kind of forgot about. That yeah, Griffith, if he wants to rule a kingdom in this day and age, in that day and age, then yeah, of course he needs the political marriage, if you will, to secure the kingdom, right? Because it's not that easy. It's not like a commoner can easily rank up and become a king. No, it needs to be, you know, it's usually a family member, right? Marrying off other family members. Don't you get it? It's the princess. Catching Princess Charlotte is the fastest shortcut to Griffith's ambition. It's also the only way. I do love this drawing of Charlotte that Miura drew. Really, really beautiful. Griffith is now the White Phoenix General, Midland's heroic savior. Besides even Her Highness, he'd appear quite a worthy companion. As fate would have it, General Julius, next in line to the throne after Her Highness, and his son Adonis, who was likely to marry her, are now dead by the hands of another. It's all part of the plan. Adonis dying is all part of the plan. That's why Griffith knew. That's why Griffith was smiling and smirking. He's like, there are no accidents, Guts. You may accidentally kill Adonis, but there are no accidents. It's all according to plan. I just didn't need to plan. I just didn't need to plan further when it comes to Adonis. No, it all happened 2 in 1. Shit. What's more, the Queen, well known within the court for her severity, and several conservative ministers were mysteriously burned to death on the night of the assassination attempt on Griffith. Thanks to that, the military award ceremony is still postponed. And Guts is like, oh shit, I had nothing to do with it, with sweat going on. It's like, I don't know anything what's going on. I don't know. Guts, you... No. Oh well. Ooh. Getting more discussion between Guts and Griffith when they're walking in the woods. Guts, don't tell the others about this. It's not that I don't trust them. The Hawks are bound by one fate after all. Oh, Guts knows about this, does he? He knows about the, yeah, I'm going to marry Charlotte and whatever, Casca is not going to be. I think that is what Griffith is trying to say right now to Guts. Griffith may not say explicitly about Casca because I don't think Griffith really acknowledges Casca's love for him. But I think Guts can easily put 2 and 2 together and like, oh yeah, shit, Casca can't be with Griffith. even though he wants them to be, because that is Casca's dream. Guts wants Casca to chase his dreams, regardless of whether or not those dreams are achievable or not. But I don't want to reveal to them my dirty side. Oh, dirty. No, not physically speaking. They need only feel as though we're rising up. You're rough enough to share this with, to the end. In any case, this means those who'd interfere with Griffith's ambitions are all dead. The princess? She's in love with him. Well, that's probably by his design anyway. There's no way he'll miss this chance. As for Casca, Griffith is truly special. It goes beyond any feelings for him. He rescued her from despair and gave her a new life. So it's more than love she feels for him. It's more like worship. That is... Yeah. I never thought of it as worship before, but it is definitely worship. To me, at the start, it felt more like Casca does worship Griffith and she loves him. But I feel like now, especially after Judo mentioning about it, now I do believe that it is just worship, and the love is just a blind perspective of that worship. It's like the difference between love and lust, right? Like, what are you? Do you love them or do you lust for them? Like, what is this feeling that you are feeling? And it's kind of very similar to this situation, right? I think Casca doesn't realize that her love for Griffith stems more from just pure admiration and worship. Yet despite all her efforts, she can't find happiness. Being a woman longing for a man she can't ever have. If she loves him, shouldn't she want to be held by him? Moreover, beside him is the woman he cannot afford to refuse in fulfilling his dream. That woman can grant him the thing he most desires, the one thing Casca herself definitely cannot offer him. Judo not wrong though. Judo is 100% right on this. Shit. Never thought of it that way before, but yeah. Casca has no competition against Charlotte. Charlotte has all of the cards because Charlotte is what Griffith wants. I mean, it is pretty much established during the entire mountain monologue that Griffith gave to Charlotte, right? Griffith's at the top, Guts is somewhere right in the middle, and Casca is right below. That must be unbelievable. Unbearable, not unbelievable. That must be unbearable. Dealing with that. So, what about Casca? Ever think you'd like to hold her? Oh, buddy. He has done more than hold her. He has hold her and seen her body. Okay. She's a fine woman. This is an interesting shot with the bell. For whom the bell tolls. She's a fine woman. She's a lot better than those noble girls who only know how to dress up. I agree. I concur. She is a strong fighter. I don't want to say strong, independent woman because even though she is, but well, not really, not now. She's not fully independent because her control over Griffith. I didn't want to say that specific phrase because of the internet culture and how that phrase is usually gobbled up by the masses into very different interpretations. But yeah, I agree, Guts. I agree. She is a very fine woman, and I love my buff bitches. Okay, that's pretty much it. I love my woman with abs. That's it. I want my woman with muscles. Female anime characters with muscles on them. Yes, please. Female characters in anime and manga that is also a warrior who holds a sword. Yes, please. I mean, it's pretty clear, like, some of the inspirations behind multiple different characters in multiple different animes and mangas. Was Mikasa inspired by Casca? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure, but she fits the role. Anyways, it's hard to find a woman you can trust to watch your back. Yes, true, on the battlefield, but as a woman, I see her as a comrade. Going back to what we talked about during these specific chapters where I was talking about Casca and her dealing with the fact that she is a woman, right? It was a discussion about gender and a discussion about Casca not being treated as an equal in the battlefield from many of her peers and especially from her enemies. They treat her as a woman. They don't treat her as men. If she was treated as men, then she'll be killed immediately because who gives a shit? But because she is a woman, then a lot of the enemies go, I'm not gonna kill you because we're gonna rape you, because we're gonna use you, because you are a whore, or so they say. Really, really nasty insults being thrown at her. I see less a woman and more of a comrade, says Guts. Which is perfect, actually. So? Exactly. So? Isn't that what she wanted? That is exactly what she wanted, right? To be seen as an equal. Not to be judged because of her gender, but be judged because of her personality, because of her character, because of who she is. Because of her own individuality. Yes. Yes. So? And Guts cannot reply. Guts is like, I don't have a comeback. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's something else. The one who has her eye is Griffith. That's why, right now, I'm no good for her like this. Really beautiful, beautiful close-up shot of Guts. But I'm not good for her like this. And the reason why Guts is acting this way, the reason why he says all of this is because Griffith isn't an equal to Guts in his mind, right? How can Guts compare to Griffith? Even if he wants to try to get together with Casca, Griffith is gonna be in the way. And Guts, being the good friend that he is, he's not going to let that be robbed. He's not going to get in the way of his friend Griffith. I'm no good for her, he says. And Judo understands completely what he means. Gotcha. It really seemed there was hope for you, though. For now, my hands are full with just me. This is far enough. We are approaching it. We are building this up so much. This conversation between Guts and Judo is masterfully done, knowing what is about to happen next, because it is setting up expectations, it is setting up the characterization, the stance between the characters and what they think about the other character, more specifically about Guts and how he feels about Guts. Sorry, Guts how he feels about Guts. Guts how he feels about Griffith and Casca and the relationship between Griffith and Casca, right? This is far enough. I'm smelling either a full one-page spread or a full-on page spread, like a double page spread. I'm smelling either a double page spread or a full cover spread. Anyways, I'm expecting a really big reveal. There it is. Yep. All of them are there. Casca looks very beautiful. Corcus is like... Why did you try to drag me out in the fucking cold, man? I've already said my piece to Guts. Why am I here? You guys. How could you, Guts? Leaving without saying anything? Why? Don't you like the Band of the Hawk? Rickard. No. Casca, why are you so beautiful? I really love this winter outfit. So, a Griffith reveal in the next page. Right. I was right. Appears from behind. That is the end of the Morning Departure Chapter 1, and now we continue on with the Morning Departure Chapter 2. But look at this standoff, and look at the way it's look at the composition, though. The tree is obviously separating the group and Guts. Guts being in the foreground, also signaling how huge he is, like the perspective change between how big Guts is as a character compares to Griffith, and how the sun is shining from Guts's from the right, which is also from where Guts is, shining to the left towards Griffith. Everything is also leaning to the left, right? Everything is pushing towards Griffith and Casca and everything and everybody else. In other words, Guts is in full control. He is the one that is towering above everybody else. He is the one who is the most determined. He is the one who possessed the most threat. Oh my god, that shot of them where you only see the silhouette. Are you leaving? Yeah. You mean to quit? Oh, sorry, I thought that was Pippin. That's still Griffith. You mean to quit the Band of the Hawk? No response. And then a response. I'm sorry. Griffith's eye glows up. What? How dare you leave me? I own you. That doesn't explain anything. Tell us why. Aren't the Hawks just like family to you, Guts? Why would you throw that away? Cut it out, Rickard. It's a man's decision. Hush, and let him go. Judo being the first one to be on Guts' side on this because of the conversation that we had before, right? But no! This is bad for all of us, right? Guts is the Raiders' captain. He's vital. We can't leave him. We can't let him leave. Corcus says. We were invincible before he joined. He ain't the only reason the Hawks got so strong. And Casca's like, really, Corcus? Really? Really, dude? Really? Bro. Yeah, but shut you up. shut you up. Shut up, you. Hey, since it's come to this, listen up. I always hated you, pal. From the start. To be honest, I aim my bowgun at your back more than just once or twice in battle. Moron, says Judo. Hey, now I finally see why you piss me off so much. It's that face. That stone cold, intense, scowling mug gets under my skin like nothing else. That face like you're in some kind of agony or something. Well, I mean, he is. He is, Corcus. Maybe you find some sympathy. You are right on the money. Corcus is not wrong. Corcus is not wrong. He is right. There is agony behind that. He just doesn't want to further explore that. You know, like he doesn't want to try to understand the agony. Like you're the only one walking some path of the profound suffering that no one understands. Foreshadowing. Like you're the only one who's special. He's the protagonist. Don't be so proud. I don't buy it. You ain't special. You can never become Griffith. Very interesting, Corcus. So, as the realist that he is, I guess he also believes that he himself is not a special person. Because how could he? Well, I guess here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that I'm just clicking. Corcus doesn't want Guts to be special because he doesn't want Guts to be more than him. He doesn't want Guts to be more than Corcus, right? If Guts is on the same equal as Griffith as he wants to, as Guts wants to, right? He wants to be an equal with Griffith. He wants to be friends with Griffith. If that happens, then that automatically means that Guts is more special than Corcus. And obviously, Corcus does not want to feel like he is not special. No, if I'm not special, then nobody's special, including you. Griffith is a different one. Griffith's a god. He's like our commander, so obviously he is special, but you are just like me. So you're not special at all. Such a fascinating character. Again, once again, like I need to clarify again and again sometimes before I get like the wrong impression from other people. No, I do not hate Corcus at all. I think Corcus is a really interesting character. I really love the way Miura portrays this. You kind of need a Corcus in your group of fellowship of a character, right? That one person who is like a dick, but he is also a realist who's like, hey man, that's not how it goes, you know, like keeping it grounded where you can understand where he's coming from, but at the same time goes against the very nature of the theme of the story, which is, you know, to dream on and go big and, you know, like don't be held back by some whatever. It's like keep pushing and moving forward and stuff, you know. No response from Guts. Casca looks around at other people's reaction, looks at Griffith, using the trees as these sort of wavy lines to showcase like the distraught in his mind is genius from Miura. Now that you're no longer one of the Hawks, if we meet again on some battlefield, you better make sure you watch your back. Guts. Thanks for everything, he says. Casca, keeping her arms on, you know, on her pockets, is either showing that it is very cold and she just wants to be warm, or a sign of nervousness because She's unsure. Casca can't be with Griffith. Chances are, why not try your luck with her? Ever think you'd like to hold her? Passes her. And here comes the sword. Oh shit. Here it is. Here it comes. I am expecting a really nice panel coming up. A two-page spread, perhaps? Maybe? Just a one page, but love the low angle shot of this. Griffith, I thought I told you then that you belong to me. I won you with this. Your fight and your death. I hold both. If you want to leave my grasp, then it'll be the same as that time. Wrest yourself away by your sword. Griffith! Everybody shocked. Guts. Stern face. Yes, we can't just smile and say, take care. Huh, you're really serious. Okay. Oh, and there it is. There it is. I really do love the symmetry that is being on displayed here. Because while the tree is on the left, which makes like both of our two subjects, right, Griffith and Guts, they are all in like the same position, right, on the left and on the right. But everything else feels like a jumbled mess that it makes it not balanced, but that is wrong. It is not a jumbled mess. It is very balanced. The composition here is really great. Because over here on the left, you have the tree, right? The most prominent object beside beside the subject is the tree, and on the left, on the right, you have the sun. The sun is bright. It is shining through. It is blinding, right? You got the tree that is dark, which is the shadow, which is the silhouette, which also represents Griffith, right? The darkness, and then you have Guts being represented by the sun, the light, the cascade, you know, like the shine that is whatever analogy that I'm trying to make that I kind of forgot, or I don't know what else to say. But besides that, you got the trees right behind Griffith, and like the small little, I guess, mini tower over here as well with the hill. And then on Guts' side, obviously you have like the castle, the city itself. Like, it is a beautiful shot. That shot of Griffith is menacingly evil. Are you too serious? Comrades are gonna cross swords? Griffith, at the sheath of your sword, we can talk. If you sheath your sword, we can talk. Get out of the way. Get back, Casca. Do not get in our way. What are you saying? If you really do this, both of you. Pippin, what are you... let me... They have to do this now. Serves him right. Of course, Corcus is... For Guts, this is a lot more than just an obstacle. For Guts, this is more of a, I am no longer in your control. I am leaving you, Griffith. And I will show you that I am your equal. Right. So, the fight begins. What's wrong with all of you? This is a sword fight. If we don't stop them, this is their business. It's not for us to interfere, but what are we gonna do without swords anyway? Says Corcus. Did you forget? Living luxuriously among the regular army? What's taken by the sword must be recovered by it. That's the mercenaries. Our ironclad rule, isn't it? That's been our way since even before coming to Midland. Mercenaries have their own way of doing things, and you know that's true. Yeah, but she has changed too. The old Casca would have never cared even if it came down to comrades getting hurt. I bet she wouldn't even have faltered at losing her own life if it has been Griffith's will. To Casca, his word was gospel. Not anymore. No. Maybe that's still the truth. But is she herself even aware that she's begun to change? Good question. One has changed, and yet one has not reflected on that change, and therefore they think that they are still the same person, even though they're not. You may think that you're still the same, but if you don't look at the mirror, who knows what changes has become of you, especially on their face, right? Who knows? Nobody knows. Unless you reflect. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. You look like you're staring down an enemy. Makes sense. Your expectations, your confidence in me as your soldier is vanishing into thin air, so I cannot complain if you resent me. But still, even if I'm hated or treated like a traitor, someone who would never depend upon another's dream, someone who wouldn't be compelled by anyone, but would determine and pursue his own reason to live. So that's why. And should anyone trample that dream, you would oppose him body and soul, even if the threat were me, myself, what I think a friend is that one who is my equal. Maybe losing an arm will wake his ass up. Will it be that simple? These past 3 years, Guts has cut his own path through the battlefield as captain of the Raiders. He's exposed himself to dangers more than anyone else in the band of the Hawk. Griffith is certainly a genius when it comes to sword technique. But Guts' skills have been so well honed on the line between life and death that you could say his is a sword of carnage. Sure enough, Griffith's face lacks its usual composure. Their strength is equally matched. The fight hasn't even started yet. I just realized that. Like it's just mostly been them just staring. Now the real battle begins. Right? Obviously. Again with these shots. Obviously, Guts is the bigger one here compared to Griffith and the rest of the band of the Hawk. Such commandment. Even the way this is the compositing, the composition in this shot is also really great. Like the way it's as if Guts is consuming Griffith and the rest of the band of the Hawk, right? From the sword and the cape. It's like that, right? It's like that, right? If you look at it in a certain way, yeah, it's about to munch them. And Guts being the one whose face is at the top is more like them, is more like Guts looking down at Griffith, the very thing that Guts hated, right? Griffith looking down at Guts, but now Guts is looking down at Griffith. At least that is the way the panel or the image is capturing this moment. It's odd. I'm feeling strangely calm. Yet I'm up against Griffith. So there's no way I can drop my guard. 3 years ago, that day was like this one. It all started with a duel. Now it ends with one. Fine by me. It's much more fitting than some half-hearted farewell. This says to me, I'm still worth spilling blood over in your eyes. Guts is strong. He's become much more stronger these past 3 years, unfathomably. But then, even so, it is Griffith. Griffith can. I'm sure Griffith can stop him. Yes. Then everything will stay as it is. Casca with that copium. Yikes. Is that my wish? Is it? Do I want him to stay? One thing that I will note about Guts's design currently is the sheath kind of makes it look like a devil's tail, right? Fascinating. I cannot sense your typical brazen fighting spirit. Your eyes remain calm, and yet they're poised, devoid of precariousness. So that is how firm you are in your resolve. Do you want to go? Is this how badly you want to leave my grasp? You can't. You can't. I won't have it. I won't let you. But what do? His speed and power are nothing like they used to be. I'm not sure I can parry his attack anymore. If I can, my sword still won't last past 2 or 3 strikes. And all this snow might hinder my movements. Victory must come in the first strike. The instant his blade falls, I'll deflect it and slice into the top of his shoulder. My speed and timing can't be off even slightly. It's a strike I won't be able to constrain. There's no other technique I can use to beat him now. If successful, even Guts wouldn't escape unarmed. No. If an instant the sword meets the pressure from his altars. The pressure from his alters the arc of mine even just a little. Might really kill him. But even then, if I can't have him, tension breaks. Snow falls from the tree. Boom, strike. I don't care. Whoosh. So suddenly. Whoosh. Good. Uh-oh. 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 You do realize what is Guts's signature move? It is to literally splice swords in half, and armor in half, and bodies in half. That is his move. inflicted, and sword breaks. And Guts, showing that he has full control of his strength. Griffith thinks that with all his might, he could not stop. To the point where he could kill Griffith. Sorry, to the point where he could kill Guts in the process, right? Guts, on the other hand, shows that control. Not only can he power in to cut his sword in half, to cut Griffith's sword in half, but also to stop it before it pierces through his body. That is some level of control. And a level of mastery of the sword. One that obviously surpasses Griffith. He falls to his knees, and Guts moves on. Take care. And off he goes. Griffith. And now Griffith is a broken man. How is this possible? How could this be? I lost? Fuck, these panels between Casca and Guts is so heartbreaking though. The white background where it's just the characters is mwah. Casca looks at Guts, Guts leaves. Casca is debating, thinking about her emotions, her feelings, what she wants to say, what he wants to do. Obviously, she doesn't want Guts to leave. She wants him to stay. And when she wants to say it, Guts is already further away. Guts! Gone. Guts really left us without even looking back. It's a fluke. It had to be. I won't accept this. You better start accepting it, Corcus. And Griffith still, holding his hand. Holding his hand not just because he lost and also because it probably fucking hurts, but also because this is the hand that could not control the strength of the sword. Right? Compared to Guts, who obviously has full control and mastery. Close shot of Guska. Guska? Close shot of Casca. Just enveloping the sky as she looks towards Guts' snow prints. Fuck. It's alright. It's like stumbling on a rock on the roadside. It's petty. A small thing. The place you want to go is more distant, farther off. So, it's alright. You'll stand up. And you'll start walking. Soon. Wow. Wow. Those are beautiful lines. Beautiful lines. I'm kind of getting a bit emotional. The only reason why I'm not fully crying is because he's talking to Griffith, who's obviously after this is going to stand up and going to fucking fuck. Literally, he's going to fucking fuck. Oh god. Fuck, that is such a good quote. It's alright. It's like stumbling on a rock on the roadside. It's petty, a small thing. The place you want to go is more distant, farther off. So it's alright, you'll stand up and you'll start walking soon. Wow. And it's beautiful because that is coming from a place of sincerity from Guts' heart. Like, he genuinely cares for Griffith, or at least he genuinely wants to be Griffith's friend. Like, he has that respect. But there are parts of Griffith that obviously Guts does not like at all. But currently he is ignoring all of that. He knows Griffith. He thinks he knows Griffith. And that's why he's saying all of this. Come on, I know you're strong. Get back up. Start walking again. And the crazy thing is, Guts is wrong. Because Griffith is not going to reconcile with this. Griffith is not going to accept any of this. No. He is going to walk. But he's not going to walk to improve himself. He's going to walk to destroy the thing that stumbled him down. It's not about progress anymore, is it? No. It's about, okay, I'm just going to lower everybody else down. So statistically speaking, I am at the top. Which is not what Guts meant when he says all of this. I think that's the end of this volume, right? Yep. Alright. That is going to be pretty much it for this part of Berserk. This was such a good set of chapters. It really is. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for, I guess, watching my read-through of this fantastic work of art. I will see you all next time when some fuckery is going to happen soon. Oh boy. But until then, hope you guys enjoy. See you all next time. Leave something in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions and all that stuff. Leave a like as well. Just because, please. Thank you. See you all next time, everybody. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace.